you need to understand how much of the breakbeats you want to use, whether it's too old, you want to spice it up, whether you just want to get rid of the hi-hats. A lot of problems with breakbeats is it's already been done. It's on a record. There's some reverb added. There's also EQ added for the drums. And it's a certain section in the song where the drummer is just going to be playing the beat and doing a beat. He could be moving faster or slower, you don't know until you actually sample it. So let's go over this. Pretty simple. I got a beat right here, and I think it's right here. So I'm going to come over to here first to my sample edit. And then here's the beat. Let's see. And as you can hear there, we got these hi-hats that are right in the reverb, and they go ting, 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 ting. And that's kind of like something I don't want to have or use. Let's say if I'm going to use a track for someone or an artist wants me to work with them on a specific way to use this beat, I'll probably try to get rid of that. So that's how the beat sounds. Now I'll go back to here, and this is what I've done to the beat just to get started with it. And I can just play it from here. So as you can hear, I've sort of compressed it. It's much tighter. I've got the sound there. We can also add a brand new kick drum and snare drum in the same places to make it sound more pumped. But I just want to make sure we work with the breakbeat first. And we're going to show you several ways to deal with a breakbeat. So I'm going to go here now to, let's see, this should be Pad Mixer. And here in Pad Mixer, I've got my track right here, which is number 3. So we're here, and you can see, now I can see everything here. I can see the actual track here, or track number 3. I want to make sure I can see it over there. So now I'm going to come to here, and I'm looking at this whole idea of what's here. So I have a compressor, and here I got a transient. And here again, I got an EQ, parametric EQ. And below here, I have a gate. And this is a noise gate. So I want to get rid of some sounds. And I want to get rid of those hi-hats, that's for sure. So as you can see, I already did. So let's look at this. Suppose I come to here and take this insert off of here like this. Now we hear the entire sound the way it's supposed to sound. Okay. I put that on. Now I'm going to turn some of the stuff. I'm going to turn this off. I want to hear one thing, the compressor. Now, as you can hear, it's the compressor. Turn the compressor off. Now you notice something too. Here, the overall output is right here. That's the overall output. And so to make sure I don't want to get too far up in the red, I want to keep this like about minus 3 dB. Then I'll just play it back. Turn this back on. And you can see and hear it's a little more intense, like more output. So now I'm going into red. I don't want that. I want to make sure that we have a really nice ratio set up here too as well. And if I go higher, it sounds squashed. But just enough to get some pump to it. Here's my threshold level. If I bring it down, well, we lose everything. So I'm gonna get it real tight. It sounds good. I can even go further up actually. But I'll keep it right around here. Now here we have our knee. This is where it bends when the compression starts. I want to keep it right about here. This is my attack. If I took the attack off, we're losing the attack. So I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna get the attack points and bring them out. Here's my release. I'll bring the release back. There's so much going on because it's actually inside this sample. Now this is how I would set up this system. But what I also do, I can come to here actually. I would prefer to go to here. I know what I want. You hear it hard hitting more. Now. Look how much this is like crazy. Not bad now, look at this. You can see it, my output's good, it sounds stronger. And this is a lot of attack. Okay, that's that one part. So I want to compress a sample. Now I could use this as is. Let's say if the artist wants that. And let's say they don't want it. I can come to here and maybe want to make the transient snap more. So I'll look at this. I'll listen back. And now we'll turn the transients on. Now, as you heard what happened there, the bass drum and the snare drum, the peaks that hit hardest, are just way distorted here because there's too much of it, right? So I'm going to come back in here, pull it out. So now I'm going to pull it down some. That's good. Keep my limiter on. Let's turn it off. See the difference? The transients making sure those peaks get hit. So let's stop this. We'll go back to our sample edit. And you'll see here in sample edit that these spikes up and down, those are transients. So when they come in, they're dominating the sound. And we're sort of cutting back on the reverb. So just making sure those stand out. Let's go back here to the pad mixer. And then you'll see it here again. I'll pull the transient up and you'll see it right here. And so this is the attack I want. This is called hard edge. You can see. So I'm getting the hard edge, just the hardest hits inside that sample. And we're making sure that those attacks are strong. You see the attack shape. We have the sustain. Now the sustain here cuts back on that sound. Now watch this. I'll press play. If I go to plus on sustain, we'll get more of the reverb sound. I'm not saying that's wrong, but that effect can be used too to advantage. If you're trying to get that kind of effect in the background and you want to bring the beat down, that works too as well. There's no problem with that. But I want to get rid of that. So I'm pulling this down to here. I want to get rid of that sound. So I come to here. I just want the transients to attack. That's good. And that's one way you can also use the sound there. Have the transients there, sort of like use that. Let me bring this down. Right? We still have the hi-hats in there a little bit, but those drums are attacking and are hitting hard. Now also, let's close this out. We have an EQ, of course, because I want to EQ the sound. I want to make sure the bass drum is going to be cool and the snare drum will be cool. And I don't want too much of the hi-hats, so I'll come to here. I'll turn this on. I'll press play. And you can hear it now already. Let's open up the parametric EQ and take a look at this. As you can see here, my low frequency here, it's in a shelf. And my highs are right here on the shelf as well. I can pull this down. We want to get more bass, right? And you can hear that. So you have to adjust this from the sound you want to get from that particular sample. Now in this case, I'm sort of trying to cut stuff out, and I've got it down to I've got that feel for the bass drum warmer, snare drum higher, or just at the right point. And I put a gate on here. It's my gate. Now you see the gate? I'm only going to get the loudest points of the sample coming through the gate. Everything else is going to be taken care of. Now you see how this reduction here works? Once that one sound goes through, it cuts it right off. And no more noise. My denoise is here. I can pull it up. That's really hard. That's sitting. I'm adjusting the noise level. So you can see I actually eliminated the hi-hats in this time. So I just took the hi-hats out because I had the frequency there, and then I made sure the gate worked with it so that I can actually gate out those frequencies, and I made sure the transient boosted up the attacks so they can go past the gate And that way the gate opens up for the hardest hitting sound and closes for the softest sound. And this is called a noise gate. And this is how I use a noise gate with a compressor, a transient, and a parametric EQ to gate out frequencies within the sample. Pretty cool.